Hi, I'm Luminaria Star, and this is a Metaphysician's Journal. Hi, today I have a review for you on this very impressive book, Holistic Tarot. This book is a dissertation worthy of some advanced degree in the most rarefied levels of tarot practice. When I first held this in my hands, I was overwhelmed with the sheer magnitude of it. I mean, look at that. It's huge enough to be a doorstop. I have a hardcover copy of War and Peace that is smaller than this. I think the only paperback I've ever seen that could compare to this for sheer size is a technical reference book on Linux. And technical reference book also describes holistic tarot. Ms. Wen was not messing around when she wrote this. I don't know how she managed it while also working in such a demanding full-time profession as the law, but here it is. And this is not full of fluff or fillers either. It's solid, densely packed information. There are tried and true layouts, original and inventive layouts, derivative layouts that have been adapted to tarot, comparisons and correspondences, keywords and cross-referencing, all gathered together to form a comprehensive matrix that you could use to form cement. This is foundation-making material for sure. I opened it and waded in, and even with my 40-year background in tarot, I found myself hip-deep in minutes, wishing I had brought camping gear and a machete with me, because this was going to be slower going than I've been accustomed to since college. And I read constantly, and we're not talking about the light stuff here. So that's really saying something. I kept having to stop and ponder since some of the strong opinions expressed run counter to all the, I guess you would say, current paradigms in tarot land. And that's okay. Ms. Wen is certainly entitled to her own point of view, and she explains her reasoning very clearly. I can understand why she thinks as she does, and while I don't always agree, I will staunchly defend her right to do and believe as she sees fit. This is her book, so she gets to call the shots between the title page and the index. We don't have to like it. However, I must say, I do like it. I have never been a fan of simpering sycophants, and I can appreciate a person with an independent point of view, even while I'm wading through their rather turgid prose. I should say here that this is not a book for the fluffy, for the wannabe, or for the surface-skimming hobbyist. This is seriously deep immersion experience, and it requires guts. It can be slow going, and you'll find yourself backtracking just to make sure that you've really grasped some of the finer points and haven't missed anything. If that's too much for you, well, I happily direct you to the Cliff-style notes books that are written by all too many other writers. Leave this to the serious tarotists who really want something they can sink their teeth into. Happily, holistic tarot can also be used as a sort of dictionary, where you can look up discrete packets of information and then close it before it swallows you up whole. If you need to avoid the full immersion experience, this can be done with a certain amount of self-control. For those of you who fear to be engulfed by its quicksand maw, just be prepared to exercise a little restraint and take the dictionary approach. Do not allow yourself to be tempted. or the hours and the days will fly by, and you'll reemerge like Rip Van Winkle, blinking in the bright light of day, wondering what happened. If you can't resist the lure of the depths, first, caffeinate thoroughly. Put down kibbles for the pets. Turn off the phone. Take a deep breath and dive in. You will find yourself in a demanding realm of powerful currents that will take your mind to far places, even if you thought that you were experienced and knew what to expect. It's one of those phenomena where you feel that you're moving very slowly, if at all, and then you find yourself shockingly far from where you began in time-space. I especially liked the chapter on using terror to build resilience. That's chapter 28. Serious good advice lives in this locale. This is the stuff our clients came to us for, and this is the stuff we started reading tarot for. Validation, empowerment, self-realization, and affirmation. This is therapy and vitamin I. I for information. This is crisis management in a virtual jar. I love it. I should add here that this is an excellent investment for the person who is serious about attaining a deeper grasp of tarot think. Where else can you get what is essentially the equivalent of a mastery level course in this very valuable subject for around $30? I rest my case. And that concludes this edition of A Metaphysician's Journal. Blessed be.